You just finished your last set, the clock is already ticking. 30 minutes or your gains are gone, or so the rule says. This is called the anabolic window, and it terrifies lifters everywhere. But when scientists actually tested this rule, something unexpected happened. The anabolic window is said to last just 30 to 60 minutes. During that time, eating protein is supposedly critical for muscle growth. This idea comes from a theory called nutrient timing. The post-workout period was singled out as uniquely important. Miss that window, some claimed, and your workout was wasted. In 2013, two researchers decided to dig into this claim directly. Aragon and Brad Schoenfeld published a detailed scientific review. Their paper asked one simple question: does this window even exist? Schoenfeld later led an even larger analysis to settle the debate. This meta-analysis pooled 23 separate randomized controlled trials together. In total, it covered 525 real training subjects. The results directly tested muscle growth and strength outcomes. The finding was clear: there was no significant timing effect at all. Not for muscle growth and not for strength gains either, so the entire 30-minute rule seemed to just collapse. But this is where the story actually gets interesting. Scientists went back and looked at why earlier studies seemed convincing. They found a hidden flaw buried inside those original experiments. The timing groups were not just eating on a schedule. They were secretly eating significantly more protein overall. The timing groups consumed roughly 25% more daily protein. That is 1.66 grams per kilogram, compared to just 1.33. Once researchers accounted for that difference, everything changed. The apparent timing advantage completely disappeared from the data. It was never really about timing at all. It was always about how much total protein people were eating. A separate study tested this idea directly on real lifters. Researchers split men into two groups for 10 full weeks. One group drank protein before training, the other drank it after. After 10 weeks, researchers measured muscle and strength changes. Both groups had gained nearly identical amounts of muscle and strength. The timing of the shake made essentially no measurable difference. So if timing does not matter much, what actually does? A larger 2018 study set out to finally answer that question. This meta-analysis combined data from 49 separate controlled trials. It identified one clear factor that actually predicts muscle growth: total daily protein intake, not the timing of any single meal. The benefits leveled off around 1.6 grams per kilogram daily. Eating more past that point added very little additional benefit. So the real target was your total daily number, not the clock. There is one honest exception worth mentioning here. People training fasted may still benefit from eating a bit sooner. That is different from someone who already ate a few hours earlier. For most people, that narrow exception rarely applies at all. So was the anabolic window ever a complete myth from nothing? Not exactly. It was a real pattern with the wrong explanation. Timing looked important because it was hiding a bigger factor. That bigger factor was simply how much total protein people ate. So the panic over missing your shake by a few minutes? That panic was never actually necessary in the first place. What actually matters is hitting your daily protein target consistently, whether that protein comes right after training or hours later. So relax about the clock and focus on the full day. That is what the actual science has been saying all along.